feel like painting today. Today's just one of those days where nothing's going right, and I'm feeling really, really tired and run down and not well, and going through some stuff. I began working on Marilyn's body, focusing on brightening the skin. I could tell something wasn't quite right with the legs, but I couldn't put my finger on what it was exactly. The next day I decided to leave the legs for now and work on the tile wall. I sketched out the legs and tiles again with my white ink pen. I spent over an hour trying to figure out the size of the bottom tiles based on how I think they would look, because there's nothing to go off of. I drew out the grout and repainted the tiles at least 3 times during this day's session. I kept making the tiles lighter and lighter blue, so each time I had to redo the shading details and the grout along with it. I also kept adjusting proportions, so the tiles would have to change size or be shifted as a result, and once again I'd have to redo the same areas. Shorty, stop. You stink. No offense or anything. But you do, you smell pretty bad. Ow. Stop calling me. I apologize. You don't stink. You stink a little bit though. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh my god. Shorty, stop. I'm sorry. I apologize. Stop calling me, please. It hurts. Don't. Shorty, stop it. Let me work. Remember, being professional. Hey, what did I just tell you? If you can't control yourself, you're gonna have to leave. Okay? You are an assistant. You don't touch the work. I can't do it from the same. I had to kick Shorty off my lap after about 10 minutes though, so I could comfortably redraw the grout for the 5th or 6th time. I mean, the towels aren't done, they're still pretty rough, but I think I'm gonna leave them for now. The legs are my focus for today. And I was thinking, when looking at it, I don't know if I love the orangey skin. I did love the idea of that with the blue and the orange combination, but looking at her skin in the original image, it's a lot lighter, more pinky, I think. It's more pinky. And sort of muted tones, and that matches Marilyn's skin tone more. I don't want her to end up looking tanned. I decided to abandon the tiles for a bit and return to working on her legs. I tried lightening the shadows and toning down the orange undertones of her skin. Moving on to the upper body and head area, I attempted to do some detail work with my angled brush. There was something off about the proportions of her upper body, but once again, I could not pinpoint exactly what it was and needed to move on for the day. It looks a little darker on camera, actually, and it looks a little more brownish toned than it actually is in real life. But this is what we're looking at right now. I'm going to stop for today. I'm getting too frustrated. I realized when I was working on Marilyn on, I guess it would have been Tuesday, I realized, ow, your claws, man, they hurt. Do you know that? Do you know that they are sharp? That they hurt? So I realized when working on Marilyn's face the other day that this was going to take a smaller brush than the one that I have. My angled brush is the one that I use primarily these days, and it's not going to do it for the face and stuff, so I needed to get a smaller brush. And what do you know, we went into a stay-at-home order as of today, so Michael's isn't open and I can't get smaller brushes from there. That was my intention, was to go and get a few from there instead of wasting my money on a pack of them, where I'm only going to use like 2 out of the 11 of them, and I'm paying like a ridiculous amount of money for those that I'm not even using. I'm gonna make do in the meantime. That stay-at-home order would be in effect for at least 28 days, so I decided to move on to the bathtub and bubble shadows as that didn't require a small brush. I chose to make the shadows a pinky purple tone to tie in with the pops of red and the pink undertones of her skin. I also realized her legs weren't quite long enough, and that may have been the weird proportion issue I couldn't pinpoint previously. I also started adding details to the back wall, like the shampoo in the corner there. I spent about 2 hours working on her legs in the surrounding bathtub. I added more pink to her skin tone and worked on blending the shadows and highlights of her legs, as well as marking in the deeper shadows. For the bathtub, I began adding in deeper shadows and adjusting the shape of the tub. Near the end of the session, I worked more on the upper body to match the skin tone and shading colors. I also blocked in the darker and lighter tones for her hair. I'm just at that weird point where I don't know where to go with this. Like, I don't know what stage to work on next. I don't know what to do. The bubbles are gonna have to come last for sure, I know that. So I've got a lot of work to do before that stage. So I think I'm gonna work on the edges and the sides of the bathtub, the rim. Maybe also the legs today, if I've got time. After adjusting the leg length previously, I now had to adjust the placement of the surrounding tiles. During this process, I also gave them another round of lightening.
think we should start? Over there? Okay. That will be the starting point. Funny, I was actually thinking the same thing. And listen, you can't just, hey, you can't, mess around, Bug. I can't be sitting here petting you this whole time. You're gonna end up getting hairs all over Marilyn, and that would suck. That would not be nice. Annie Dawn is paying for a painting of Marilyn Monroe, not a painting of Marilyn Monroe with Shorty's fur in it. Although, in my opinion, that would make it more expensive. Because you're royalty. Yeah. Okay. Bye now.
I began adding in the details to the left and right of the bathtub. I wasn't even sure what this thing was here exactly, but suddenly realized one night it's probably a shower curtain. I'm still not sure what's on the left though. Adjusting the tiles again. In the 10 days I filmed my 2-hour painting sessions during the month of April, I repainted the grout and tiles 11 times. I knew that I'd have to make small changes and adjustments as I go, but at least it wouldn't be repainting entire sections. There was also a few painting sessions that didn't get filmed, so it's actually likely a lot more than that. Having to paint and repaint the same spot over and over again has to be one of the most frustrating parts of working on a piece. I feel extremely frustrated because I thought I had the tiles correct until I flipped it over, and then I realized that they're not. And they look okay on camera, but they do not look okay in person, I think. Especially, like, see how this thing dips like this, and and then this isn't right. I gotta straighten that, and I gotta, why are these ones like rectangle instead of, I can't get them square. It doesn't matter how I do things, like there's something about her legs or something about this whole area that is misproportioned, and that's why I can't get these tiles perfect. But oh my god, I'm gonna spend like 3 months on this. I'm just feeling really frustrated about it, so I think I'm gonna stop for today because I feel like crying. And I'm not gonna be able to get much done when I feel like that, so tomorrow it is.